Hello again. I purchased a Garden Line 4-tier greenhouse. Here are the parts. I'm gonna put it together and show you how it goes. Seems to be everything in the kit. I'm just sorting the parts. It's about 5 foot tall and arm's reach deep. The side pieces are plastic. The bars are metal. All right, so then it just requires putting those side pieces. I'm gonna just line them up, and it looks like they just go like this, and it's 4 tiers, so I'm gonna do that. All right, so now I'm up to the third. I'm gonna put the fourth one on. Let's see how this goes. All right, so I have the 4 tiers. I'm gonna do the top. I've got some more of the sticks here. I've got a final piece, and I have the arched part that goes across the top with the securing brackets. Okay, I moved it off the grass because I'm giving each part just like a press. I'm just pressing it down to make sure that all the sides have gone down completely, so that from the top to the bottom, it's all together. As far as how sturdy, you see that, it's not going to be, steel rod here, but it is going to hopefully support just some supplies that I have around, and I'm just trying to make sure each side. So what I'm going to do next, I have my handy dandy instructions, is work on getting the top piece together. That is the stage I'm at. Completed that. Actually, this is the stage I'm at. Okay, so I put the top brackets after I put pressure on each of the joints just to make sure that they were all firmly down. And it's not as wobbly, because I think before I just didn't have them all down as low as they should have went into each of the receiving spots. So now I'm going to put the little wires on. Ooh, there we go. I'm going to put the wires on with the brackets. So there is a modification that I think I want to do. Here it says to put the shelves going downward, and at the edge to hook the little brackets to hold them in place. What I don't like about that is because there's no lip. Stuff can fall out the back. What I'm going to try to do is see how it works with the shelves, instead of curving around, to have a little bit of an edge. So I don't know. I'm gonna see how it works. This is the bracket. So I'm gonna see if I get it. I would do it here in the middle. So I'm gonna do one about here, and I'm gonna do another one the same on this side. And I'm gonna see how it works, but I need 2 hands, so put the phone down. Okay, so what I notice is it is loose. It is wiggly. I'm debating. I'm gonna pop it out. And what I think I'm gonna do is maybe do one on this side like this. Oh wait, let me put it. So take it from here. I'm gonna go to this groove here, hook it there, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the one on this side. I'm gonna take it off of here, and they come off pretty easy. And go to this intersection, I'll call it, over here. Let me see if I can get them a little straighter. So they're definitely sturdier there, but they don't line up perfectly on the edge. See that? So that may be an issue with weight. That may be an issue with the weight of things. So I gotta decide, because I've forced it to come over the area where it was supposed to be. But it is sturdy there. What I may have to do is, if I want it to work like that, be mindful maybe on this side put the heavy object, but on the one where it's the opposite, put a light object. Taking my hand, it does take a decent amount of weight, especially with it being here. On this side, I don't have as much, so maybe that's something I can work on too, because it does shift side to side pretty good. So for now, I'm gonna leave it like this. I might do the other the other shelves and see how it looks. All right, so I changed my mind. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them in the way that they're supposed to go. And then I have some of that fencing that I put over where the lettuce is that I used to keep the cats out of there. I think I'm just gonna add a piece to the back of here and see what I can attach it with. Like some, I was about to say that. Some zip ties, because I got zip ties. Someone would stop taking words out of my mouth. Trying to be helpful. All right, so I did put them all facing down. And I'm going to put the last of the brackets. It's actually going pretty easy. Here's a bracket here. And then I'm going to just where there's an intersection and it clips on. And then I'm going to the opposite side, doing the same thing, and it just pops on. All right, so here's what it looks like so far. All right, so that's it. What I'm gonna do now, there's the cover, but I want to clear off the spot. So let's see, we're gonna go back here. See the spot. Hey Merlin. Hi puppy. Come on. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put on some gloves because I'm gonna finish clearing this out. And I am gonna see if I can just position it on top of one of these pallets to make it, because right now it's my height, but I think it'll do better if it's up and not like in the ground, especially because this is, you see the situation. All right, I'm gonna put the phone down so I can clean this out. All right, it is later into the evening time. I did clear away a lot, not all, but a lot of the weeds over here, and I just cleared all the stuff I had in this corner out. As you can see, it's like everywhere. I did lay one of the pallets, and what I did with the little fencing that I had, I made a border around it. So, and then I did take another piece of fence and I put it on the back of it. So I went all the way, and then at the bottom I just doubled up, because it came with the one that was with the kit, and then if you see, there's another one under there, and that was just because if anything comes up under there, I get gophers, I get possums, I get raccoons, all that in addition to the cats. So that's just to help get them out. And then I didn't want it down on the floor, so that's why it's up on the pallets. So I'm gonna go find my zip ties so I can zip tie the back. Okay, so I've just got some zip ties, and you see I got them on clearance. I get stuff at the end of the season, stick it in the garage, and then I have it for the next season. So I don't know, there's that many in there. I'm gonna do, I think there's 4 tiers, so I'll do 4, maybe 5. So I'm gonna do 10, so that each section has securement on each side. Okay. Mosquitoes are out, so I'm gonna stop here and I'll finish tomorrow. So what got accomplished: zip tied a piece of fence to the back, and that's just to make it so that it doesn't, it's less likely for stuff to fall back there. I do have 4 zip ties and I have 4 shelves, so I'm gonna figure out where. I zip tied each tier. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 tiers. So I zip tied each side. So it was 10 because it's hold on, 2, 4, 6, 8, and I have 4 left in the pack. 1 I had to get rid of. Zip tied it incorrectly. So tomorrow I'll finish, and I'll show you guys the finished situation. This is gonna be it for tonight. All right. So I was able to put the cover on. The cover fit pretty smoothly. I did roll up the door. The zipper, here, these are Velcro. All right, so the zipper, it does seem to be a pretty decent zipper, so I'm happy about that, because I'm not really worried that it's gonna break down. I think that the the seams would probably come loose before the zipper would wear out. It's a pretty decent zipper, so that's a good thing. And then the plastic, it's not super heavy, but you know, it's not like a shopping bag. It's heavier than that, so that's a good thing. Like you saw, these are Velcro. I'm gonna roll this back up. All right, so I have the Velcro door back up, and what I have to figure out now is there are those securement spots. There's 4 of them. You can see there's one back there and another one back there, and I do have 4 of these hooks because if you put it directly on the ground, these will go in. However, I have mine pretty high, so what I think I'm gonna do is take 4 of my Christmas decoration sticks that I took, and I'm gonna actually use those because they're a lot longer than these, and I think they'll do similar. I was between that and just tying this onto the actual wooden pallet, because the pallet, while it's not of course 100-200 pounds, I think it's heavy enough to keep this from flying away in strong wind. So I'll decide, and then I have to figure out what I'm going to store on here. Overall, I am satisfied. This unit was $25 plus tax, so I paid less than $30, and it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It actually has a decent amount of space. I'm going to use it to store like my fertilizer. I'm going to also put in there supplies and tools, my gloves, free up some space from the garage so that I can actually use the car in the garage instead of all my stuff that's around in there. So, and then I still kept the other little pallet there. I'll use just to store equipment. But I'm happy with this. I think it was a good purchase for under $30. So I'll keep you posted on how it holds up throughout the season and let you know how it's doing.